Since the government gave itself up to the year 2022 to achieve a 10% tree cover, much has been taking place, with campaigns to plant more trees being launched, involving communities, corporates and government entities. But to understand what it takes to grow a forest, we travel to Sururu area in Nakuru County. Sururu Forest is part of the larger Mau complex that was subdivided into locos. In 2007, though, the locos were evicted as the land they had occupied was part of the gazetted forest, with efforts to restore it kicking off. Today, the story is different. The forest has regenerated. Nakuru County boasts of 733,803 hectares of gazetted forest, with 4,677 hectares having been degraded. Efforts are now in top gear to restore it. To explain more, 1 hectare is equivalent to 3 football pitches that translate to 4,677 hectares of degraded forest in Nakuru County, being equivalent to 14,000 football pitches. Imagine that. According to Kenya Forest Service, 1 hectare can take up 1,000 trees. That means the degraded forest area in Nakuru County will require 4,677,000 seedlings. Given that the price of a seedling ranges between 10 and 500 shillings, depending on the size of the seedling, it will cost about 93,054,000 shillings to cover the degraded forest area in Nakuru if one seedling goes for 20 shillings. The cost is minus the transportation of the seedling to the planting area, the digging of holes and actual planting.
The moment a forest ecosystem is degraded, it will become very expensive to restore it to the rightful position.
The other cheaper option would be to fence off the degraded area and disallow any human activity such as grazing. The forest will regenerate on its own.
Tulikuwa tunatoa gunia 5 kwa eka. Ila hali eka inastahili kutoa kuanzia gunia 45.
We are telling our farmers that if you plant 64 seedlings in 1 acre, 64 seedlings in 1 acre, you have achieved that 10% for that acre. So if you have got 10 acres, you plant 640 seedlings, yeah, and you are at 10%.
To take advantage of the opportunities, residents of Sururu and Dundori have been selling seedlings to KFS from their nurseries, something that has changed their lives.
KSF kuna wakati wanatununulia pine, cypress wakati yao imeisha. Na hii ya kienyeji tunasikia kama tuseme kama Mau ikitakikana tunakuja tunanunuliwa huko, inapelekwa huko.
Nimesomesha watoto wangu, nimelipa school fees. Sasa hii kama kuna corona, mimi school fees bado nimelipa in advance.
If you had to raise and plant about 1.8 billion tree seedlings between now and 2022 to achieve the 10% tree cover, then basically you would be talking about, out of a population of 45 million Kenyans, 30 million can be able to at least plant trees. And if you are to take a population of 30 million, if each one of them planted 60 trees, basically we are there and we could be able to surpass it.
In 2007, we are told the river Enderit that drains into Lake Nakuru was completely dry, but after the restoration of Sururu Forest, the river is back to life. As the world marks World Environment Day, it is clear that it is not very difficult to achieve a 10% forest cover, the cost notwithstanding. It is our responsibility to plant a tree or two, not just to achieve a 10% tree cover by the year 2022, but for the sake of future generations. Dan Kaburu, K24, Dundori, in Nakuru County.